Hello and welcome to another episode of So What Do You Actually Do? Today we have my friend Liz, who as a child she loved to draw and teach. She wanted to pursue a degree that aligned with her interests in media arts and animation. Her first career was landed as a computer-based trainer in an oil and gas company, and today she talks about a career switch as an instructional designer for another sector. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
I guess I'm a little bit unique because ever since I was young, I knew I wanted to draw and I wanted to teach. And I couldn't really break apart from both of those. But I thought temporarily, let me at least, go ahead and follow my most passionate thing that I like to do, which is draw. So I got into the Art Institute of Houston and I got my bachelor's in media arts and animation. I always wonder, how do those cartoons move? And I got the chance to actually kind of discover that for myself.
So right now with instructional design.
Yes, instructional.
Instructional design. So when I hear instructional, I think as an instructor, or is it more than that?
It's kind of like a blend of, in my opinion, it's a blend of being an artist and it's also a blend of being a teacher. And instructional design is kind of a field where it's respecting the adult learner and not treating everyone as the same. Because there's different ways to learn. You can learn visually, you could learn hearing. You could also learn by just reading. You could learn many different ways. In instructional design, you try to have that variety, you need to break it up in a way where it's like you could understand quickly what the task is, and you could actually see by examples that you will see in instructional design, the courses that are out there, what to do. So it's not just text-based. Definitely have some type of flowchart or some type of simulation where it's actually showing our surveyors and auditors what to do.
Okay, so that brings me to the title of our YouTube channel. What do you actually do as an instructional designer in the maritime business?
So what I actually do is take information from the subject matter experts, and they kind of they call them SMEs, and a lot of the time, subject matter experts are very intelligent, and a lot of that knowledge and a lot of that wisdom is already in their mind. And in some ways, I think when you do have that familiarity with a subject, it's a little bit difficult to put it all out there, because subconsciously what you already know is oh, that's not really important to put out there. It's no, I have to fill in the gaps. So I take that information as kind of detective work, and I figure out the things that needs to be kind of displayed out there for maybe beginning surveyors or for people who are just getting into the field. And when I do take that information, it usually comes through as maybe a Word document or a PowerPoint, and I go ahead and outline what the most important topics should be. So we start off with learning objectives, and that's really important. Have to kind of whittle it down to maybe 4 or 5, really important topics. It's the foundation of your design, your course, your instruction. If you don't have that, then you don't have direction, and if you don't have direction, then you possibly could be wasting a lot of time and not really getting that effective learning for adults. So you have to know what the most important points are, and then after the important point, you start to develop a sense of how can I break up this text? How can I break up this this writing where it's not just based off of like a script, and you could break it down into a way where it's more responsive and it's more interactive. Like in our courses, we have like, you know, maybe multiple choice quizzes that we will ask as knowledge checks just to see, like, engage where the adult learner is in the course, like if they have gained that understanding or if they recognize, like, you know, certain principles. And other than knowledge checks, sometimes we have like activity-based scenarios where you will interpret like what was taught, what's it called, and actually put it into practice. So like simulation-based type learning, scenario-based type learning, I find to be very effective and a little bit fun, to be honest with you. I like to create like these interactions. So.
Well, I totally get it, and I can tell you, at least in my industry, there is the age group of employees that are about to retire, and they've been in the industry for 30 to 40 years. They've known so much, and then that transfer of information to the people that will take the baton after them seems to be the make it or break it for the core business.
Oh, yeah.
And we're wondering, okay, how can we bridge the gap? And I can see how you perfectly fit in that gap and make the company keep working, because there is infrastructure and material, but then there's this license to operate where the instructional designer can come and kind of bridge that gap. So
Absolutely.
there's like a light bulb in my head right now, which my company has. Well, maybe they do, maybe they don't, but it's a great like bridger.
Perfect. That's really a wholesome answer. Thank you. And we're at 2:03. That's all. These are all the questions. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for having me.
Appreciate it.